The Ventura
Aloha Festival.
Aloha Festival. It's a great event. It's 2 days long, and we're talking with Steve Walden about his experience with wooden boards, and we're talking about like balsa boards, redwood boards from the 30s and 40s, because it took real craftsmen to build boards like that.
Oh, it definitely did. Yeah, and there are a lot of work. Boy, you can shape several regular foam boards in the time you'd make one wood board. It's a lot of labor of love.
So we have Bob Pearson up in Santa Cruz, and he took on a huge task. He built a bunch of replicas of the Ola surfboards that ended up coming out of Santa Cruz in 1885. But what have you worked with balsa and redwood and the hollows?
Yeah, I've made several, and I have quite a few blanks actually ready to go whenever I want to put the time and the effort into doing it. I've made several in Hawaii. I made a couple for myself and rode them over there. Actually, my first board I ever had was a 10-foot Hobie balsa. I bought for $20 and rode it for quite a while, and that was my starting board. And so I have a lot of fond memories about balsa wood.
Balsa is a really beautiful substance, and I remember reading about Phil Edwards in his balsa wood board, and he said it started creating a contour of his own body. I mean, he paddled, and it became like, I guess he used spar varnish, and there was no resin or glass in those days?
Right, no, there was no glass, not until I think Belzy came along and Hobie and a few guys, but I think Belzy was one of the pioneers over here who was using wood, and then in about 58 or so made that transition into foam. But, forever in the beginning, it was all the balsa. They were a little heavy, but, and performance was obviously very low. But it was the enjoyment of just surfing and building something that has that natural core in it, and just, enjoying the sport.
To me, I never did have a balsa wood board, but it seemed like riding something made out of natural wood would be a real kind of an organic, really neat experience.
Oh, absolutely. No, just looking at it, the feeling of it, it's there's something magical about it, I think,
Well, thank you for being with us today and sharing your experience.
Absolutely.
Steve Walden. Thanks, Steve. Thank you very much.